Hi, my name is Michelle Boyer. I played Aura Singh in episode 1, and you are listening to Radio Free Decipher.
Hi, welcome back to Radio Free Decipher. We're here with Yannick Lapointe, the North American Continental Championship winner for Star Wars CCG. How are you today, Yannick?
I feel really, really good about it.
Excellent. Well, it's one day. You won last night. It was a late night for you, but congratulations on your win. And tell us a little bit about how you're feeling this morning.
Like I said, I feel really good. And the Continental Champion was like a little world championship with a really, really high-level rated player. And it was really tough. Every match, no easy match in this tournament. It was like a little world. And I didn't expect to win. I did expect to do good, but not winning, or maybe finishing third or like in the top, but I didn't expect to finish first.
Excellent. Now you've added another hat onto the Quebec Provincial Championship rung. You have had the first ever Star Wars World Champion. You now have had the first ever North American Continental Champion. It's got to be pretty good for you guys back home. Are you excited? How the player base there must be just awesome. You guys have some of the best players around. How's the play level back home?
It's really high. Like every player, even the lower rated, can beat you anytime. So even a local tournament, it's like a high level tournament in Montreal.
Excellent. Now, tell us about some of the players that you faced today. Tell us a little bit about how the game went, how the whole tournament went, how you were expecting to do, how the final matchup was.
I'm the only player that didn't face a full loss. I got a time loss in the second game, so that's why I didn't expect to win. It was against Dan Bojanowski from Virginia, and he was playing roll-ups against my Dagobah. And at the end, when we counting card, he got 16, I got 15. And I got a time loss from that. And after that, I say, all right, it's the second game. So I'm not sure if there's going to be like one undefeated and 1-5-1 player. So I say, I'm sure I cannot do the final. But at the end, like Stephen Lewis and Clint both play the same side and play two defeated players.
And they were undefeated at that time in the sixth game.
Yeah. I beat Stephen. And Clint got beat by Brian Hunter, and I got like the higher differential, so I made the final against Stephen Lewis, and it was pretty close game.
Tell us about the final confrontation. Now you had just played him and you had beaten him, so did you feel pretty confident going in the finals, and what happened?
I was really confident with my dark side because I was playing Bring Him Before Me, and he play there's still good in him, I can save him. And the new objective light side got like a natural weakness against Bringing Before Me. I was pretty confident about that. And I know that he was playing the speeder beat. So my main goal was to stay inside, don't go outside. Like this, if I stay in interior location, he cannot beat on me. And I go to space and ground, and I keep control of the game like that. And my light side was a Dagobah direct damage, and I was playing Fire Retrieve. And I just have to set the Super Falcon really fast to get control of the space.
I heard you got that set up really quick with Legendary Starfighter on it.
Yeah, that hurts a lot. Like it's a 2 damage every turn that you cannot stop. And with moving the Falcon around against a few TIE, keeping Rebel's Bar in my hand in case he wants to really beat down me hard. And with order to engage, it's like a 5-card loss every turn that he cannot stop. So after like turn 5, 6, the game, I was sitting in the winning position.
Excellent, man. Was there a certain point when you knew you were going to win it, and how'd that feel? Yeah,
like after the 6th turn, I know I'm going to beat him, and I just play like a relaxed game, don't want to make any mistake, and just sit back and relax and win it after this turn.
Excellent. Now, about the World Championships, you had not qualified for the World Championships yet this year. You'd come second, you had been really close, but now you're qualified for the World Championships. Talk to us about how the World Championships are going to look. You interested in meeting some more of the overseas players, the Germans, and Gary Carmen's going to be there again. Who are you looking forward to playing there, and how tough do you think the competition is going to be?
I think this year is going to be the toughest world, with the top 38 making the final in the wild card, so it's going to be really huge. I'm expecting to get my revenge against Bastian Winkenhausen. He beat me last year,
And Stephen Lewis actually beat you in the last game of the World Championships last year, which knocked you into third place. So you got a little revenge this weekend.
Yeah, I beat him in Origins last month, and I beat him 3 times yesterday. So I got my revenge against him, and Gary's coming looking to have revenge against me because I beat him in day 1 at World by 33 cards, and he's really upset about that. He always remembered, you beat me by 33 cards, and I want to play you again at World.
So Gary Carmen's gunning for you, huh? Gary Carmen's, he's been traveling around to a lot of the conventions this year, and he's been doing really, really well. He tore up the Albany crew a little bit. He played Clinton Hayes a bunch of times, beat him, and so he's looking in top form right now. He was here this weekend. He couldn't play, but he was here this weekend walking around. Did you get some games in with him at all? Yeah,
I played a few games with it, and we put up pretty up the title. Like he won 3, and I won 2. It was pretty close. Gary's a really, really, really good player. He deserves his world champion title, and he's really a nice guy. Also, I was staying in his hotel room, and we play game, and we talk strategy and mind games, and he's a really, really good player.
Excellent. So you got about a month and a half to prepare. Are you going to be ready for the World Championships?
That's for sure.
Excellent, excellent. You got anybody else? You got Maxim or Raphael? Any of those guys coming down with you?
Yeah, a lot of guys from Quebec is going to come because they really think that we're going to take top 38. We're going maybe 20 guys from Quebec, and I'm sure 10 of us can easily make top 38.
Now that's saying a lot, man, because the top 38 is gonna, it may sound easy, but it's not going to be easy, man. Because last year at the wild card, the top 38 people are all people in the top 100 players in the world. So it may sound like it's going to be easy, but I don't think it's going to be that easy, man. But that's some tall billing. You think you guys can live up to 10 people in the top 38?
Yeah, I'm going with that. I'm predicting that. I also predict that I have to win GenCon, on Decipher BBS and Deck Tech. I'll say to everybody, hey, I'm going to win GenCon. Where Clint predict that he will have win Origin last year. And I say, if he predict himself winner in 99 and win it, I'm sure if I do it, I'm also going to win it.
So you predicted that you were going to win GenCon. You did it, man. You called your shot just like Clint last year.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool, man. That is very cool. So what's your prediction for the World Championships then?
I just want to make top 12.
You're going to make top 12?
Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to make top 12, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do, in day 3. I'm sure I'm going to make at least 2-2, that's for sure. But
it gets really tough there in the top 12. I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen. And it's a really, really long weekend, and you don't get much sleep. So you can play just a little mistake, and it cuts you the game.
Last year, James Lafferty actually qualified from the wild card into the next day, and man, he did really well. He hadn't qualified, didn't win a regional, played in the wild card, took second, I believe, and then finished 4th, I believe, or really high up there and on the second day. So anything can happen, but this year it's going to be really grueling with day 1, then day 2. Then day 3, so it's gonna be interesting. So, but you're gonna be ready for it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right. Well, thanks for spending some time with us today, and I'm sure everybody out there is looking forward to everything. And man, calling a shot, that's great. So, thanks a lot, and we'll see you in a month and a half at DecipherCon.
Yeah, no problem.
Got anything you want to say back to the guys back home, real quick?
Who's the man?
Right on. All right, thank you.
Back with more Radio Free Decipher here at GenCon. I am now sitting down with Daniel Bell, who won the Continental Championship for Star Trek yesterday. Hi, Daniel.
Hi, Evan.
What's going on?
Not much. I'm just celebrating a little bit with my guys for winning the Continentals.
The guys would be, of course, the members of the Big Goodbye. You've been hanging out with them for a while. That would be Chris Sonsby and Nat Curtin and Mike Harrington.
That's right.
You guys collaborate quite a bit in gameplay, deck design, and such, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. In fact, my Continental deck, Mike Harrington and I built together, and then we played the exact same deck in the Continentals.
With only a few changes, right? He decided to make a few last-minute changes. Didn't work out for him, though.
Yeah, well, that's because we were a bit disorganized, but it was mostly the same deck.
Mm-hmm. General idea of what that strategy is, could you tell us?
Yeah, it's Romulan PNZ.
But you're not using much in the way of temporal rifts. It's mostly actually battling. Is that true?
Yeah, that's mostly it.
Mm-hmm. Now, how long have you guys been collaborating on deck designs?
Oh, for a couple of years.
So that goes all the way back to the World Championship, right, for Mike?
Yeah, if you look on his deck list, it says Chris and I built Mike's deck while he was sleeping.
And that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
So would you two be the real deck masterminds of the Big Goodbye?
No, I wouldn't say that. Mike actually thought up the deck, so.
Now, how much do you guys get to play? Because you don't all really live in a very close area, do you?
No, we live about 4 hours apart. They're in the Twin Cities and I'm in Iowa, but we make the trek about every month and play in tournaments together.
Uh-huh. And you are all fairly top players in your region as well.
Yeah, that's true. Chris won his regional and I got second at mine.
And now you're getting a free trip to the world, of course.
That's right.
Now, this was the second time that you faced off with Ian Smith just recently. He took second in the Continental, and you had just played him in Wizard World.
Yes, we both played in the final confrontation at Wizard World a week ago and this week at GenCon, and we were both playing mostly the same deck with only a few updates for the Tribble expansion.
What elements of the Tribbles expansion did you add to your deck?
The biggest ones that I used were Defend Homeworld and Assign Support Personnel to get some people out right away and get that going, and I also saw Ian Smith doing the same thing.
Is that about all that you're using right now? Is that the only deck that you've had a chance to work on and update for Tribbles?
Yeah, that's the only deck I've had a chance to work on, but Q the Ref is also really powerful, and I saw that in about every deck I played.
How did you use it in your deck?
I just used it for a few things to recycle cards and have things like the Big Picture and Oof. But the biggest thing I liked was using it for Obelisk of Masaka to refresh my hand.
Using it mostly to refresh your own hand and not necessarily to catch people with Davidian Door or anything like that?
Well, nobody Davidian Doored on me, so I didn't have to.
What do you think you might be building in the coming weeks? I don't want to tip your hand too much.
Actually, we don't have any idea. Last night we joked that we were going to start working on World decks, but we don't have any ideas, actually.
Well, it is only 2 months off. It'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, it will.
Now, have you purchased a lot of Tribbles yet? Are you already well on your way to collection?
Actually, I haven't bought any, which is probably not a good thing to say on RFD here, but I'm planning on getting some real soon, and everybody else had some, so I just borrowed.
Card that you're looking for in particular?
I don't know. Dr. McCoy always, but I like the new Dominion cards also.
You think you'll build Dominion deck? I know Mike's a big fan of them, too.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. They're pretty good.
Well, anything else you want to add here while we have you?
Just that I'm going to have fun at DecipherCon, and we'll be there with the Big Goodbye.
Good deal. Well, best of luck to you. Thanks for sitting down with us.
Thanks, Evan.
Back at GenCon, things are finally closing down here. It's Sunday afternoon, but I do have the pleasure of sitting down with Jonathan Swenson, who just won the Young Jedi Continental Championship. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You played against Larry Plano, and I understand it was a good final confrontation.
It was an amazing confrontation. He played like a master.
Given a lot of credit. What were you two playing?
I was running tanks and Thanks R2, the Anakin deck. He had Darth Maul and Mains and Toys, basically. Mains and Donkeys deck.
Did you take both games in that final confrontation?
No, actually, I lost the second one. I won the first one by 15. Second game, pretty much knew I was going to lose the whole thing, so it was down to numbers. I just started counting deck numbers and just tried to whittle them down, and it worked.
So a very tight final.
An extremely tight final. He won that game by 11, so I won the Continentals by 4.
Wow, and I understand you were very nervous during the event.
I was extremely nervous. My cards were sticking, hands were sweating. I was getting everybody wet.
And partly because you also, I understand, played in Day 2 of the Star Wars Continental yesterday and had a bit of a rough run of it.
Yesterday was horrible. I went 0-3 and dropped, so I'm a big loser in that bracket.
Well, this helped make up for it then.
It sure does. DecipherCon is going to be amazing.
What were you running yesterday that didn't work out for you?
I was doing anti-ROPS for light side, Liberation on Endor, and I got matched up against Endor Operations, which pretty much shut that deck down. And then for dark side, I was playing Scum and Villainy, the Court of the Vile Gangster deck, and that just didn't cut it either. EBO ripped me a new one.
So today, entering into Young Jedi and changing gears, were there any things that you were aware of, looking out for?
I knew there was going to be a lot of tank decks, so just trying to get powered up for that with Thanks R2. Just trying to get enough power to beat them down.
So you won Young Jedi. Does that mean that's your now favorite game of the two?
No way, no way. Star Wars is still my baby. I love it.
But you'll still have a good run at the World Championship, of course.
Most definitely, most definitely.
Anything else you want to share with people out there? Maybe say something to his friends back home?
I just want Larry to know that he is amazing. He's a complete gentleman, and I appreciate playing with him very, very much.
Outstanding. That's very good sportsmanship. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, we'll be looking for you in October.
Right on. See you guys later.